You end up getting drafted by the Broncos at the back end of the draft, 6th-round pick. So do you go there thinking, these guys really want me? I've got the inside track. I'm going to be in the NFL.
Not, and I remember telling my mom this. I said, Mom, I was like, yeah, you know, I mean, that's cool. I got drafted. She's like, well, you're not excited? I was like, not really. She was like, why? I said, well, I'll be excited when it comes the first game of the season and I'm the starting tailback. Then I'll be excited. And she thought I was being ungrateful. I'm like, no, I said 6th-round pick. They just gonna use me as camp bait. I'm just going to camp for them to beat me up.
To get hit.
To get hit, that's it. They're not drafting me in the 6th round thinking that I'm going to be a part of the team. And that was my mentality when I got drafted. And I'm not quite getting the approval of my running backs coach, Bobby Turner. And he is constantly on me.
When you guys go for a preseason game in Japan against the 49ers, you're having big doubts.
Yeah. After practice, I feel like this. They're going to cut me anyway. They're going to cut me. I'm not making this team. There's no need for me to stick around to go through this stuff, this punishment again. So I want to leave. I go to the hotel. I call down to the front desk, and I ask I remember this is before like Travelocity or Expedia or anything like that.
Right.
The communication wasn't quite connecting.
Right.
It wasn't quite connecting. So after it was very complicated getting out of there, I just said, okay, all right, I'll just deal with this. When we go back, then I'll quit. First quarter comes, second quarter comes, no one's, it doesn't look like I'm gonna play. But the veterans are out the game now. Well, they're on the sideline and everyone's eating. They're eating hot dogs and nachos and, you know, the vets are having a good time over there. And I'm starving. I don't eat before games. I decided to join the veterans, man. So I'm throwing out the hot dogs and the Doritos, whatever we're eating over there. And then the coach comes over and says, hey, Davis, you're in on kickoff coverage.
So he's got a belly full of hot dogs, maybe some Doritos. He wanted to quit. He's on kickoff coverage, and this happens.
Drakeford takes it at the 9 for the 49ers and is belted at the 19-yard line. Woo! Absolutely crushed by rookie Terrell Davis.
You know, Mike Shanahan said he wants some people to impress him. A reporter asked him if he knew everybody's name on the team, and he said no. And if I don't know them, they won't be here.
He impressed Drakeford, I'll tell you that.
Boy, oh boy.
What they didn't show was I went back to the bench and threw up. They didn't show that part, though.
Yeah. But what was interesting, Mike Patrick and Joe Theismann were doing the game, and they said, we asked Mike Shanahan about some of these young guys, and do you know their names? And he said, I don't know a lot of their names, but they're going to have to impress me to make the team. Then basically I'll know their names, and they'll come with us to start the season. And he said after the fact, you made that play, and that basically made the Denver Broncos team for you.
Yeah. You've got to be prepared. You've got to be ready. And I wasn't prepared, to be honest with you, but the opportunity presented itself. And I remember thinking when they called me in, I was like, I've got to make a play. I've got to make a play. And even though I didn't want to be in there, I did see it as a chance to make an impact. Every game from that point on, I'm on every single special teams. I'm actually number 1 on everything. I'm the kickoff returner. I'm running out on kicks. I'm the punt protector. I run out on punts. I'm on everything. And then after that, they gave me some runs. They put me in as a running back and gave me a few carries. And
did you do all right?
I did well.
You know, that year you became the lowest pick to rush for 1,000 yards. You know that?
I didn't know that.